How's it going, guys? I'm going to work on the steering system of this thing today, and this is a Saturn View rack and pinion, and I shortened the shaft that's in the inside of this so that way it had less travel, and I was mocking it up to put in a Rhino frame, and you can kind of see how much wider a Rhino is compared to this thing, because right there is where I gotta hook it up, and out here is the end of it. So, some other components I have is this is a steering wheel off of a MTD lawnmower. Plan on using that. And this is the, I don't know what you want to call this, just the universals on each end, and it kind of telescopic a little bit. I think these are telescopic just for the sake that as a U-joint turns, it has to travel in and out a little bit as it's turning. But this end right here fits this shaft pretty good. It's, you know, this isn't splined, but pretty much I can just shove that shaft down in here and it fits perfect. And I'm gonna have to run a drill bit across it, you know, like stick it in there and run a drill bit through, and I think it'll just clamp up. If it don't, I'll just weld it. Heck with it. And this thing here, I'm gonna have to cut these guys off, like somewhere right in here, and then like cut the threads off of this, and I'll just weld them up to it. And I'm also gonna probably have to try to keep it so that it's as straight as possible going onto these, because they're so close. I mean, this does move and the ball joint will move, but you know, I want to try to keep it as close, probably the center of that line. And well, this camera just flipped upside down on me for some reason. I don't know what it did to you guys, but the image in the screen just flipped upside down. So yeah, I'll get started with cutting this stuff up. Alright, so shortening up these tie rod ends, if that's what you want to call them. This is the best that I came up with. So we're shortening them up, and I'm going to see if I can weld that guy on the end of it. Hopefully it's right after I do this, because it'd be very difficult to make it shorter. So hopefully this is going to do the job, but wow. Alright, we got them all welded up. The first one ended up being offset. It wasn't welded center, so I made sure that I welded the second one that is it also off center. So I don't know, you know, when I put it on there I could make sure that the offset is the same side of the rack or something. I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts with it, but it kind of depends on how, you know, it goes to line up. Yeah, it should be fine. But welded up pretty good. It'll never break. So hopefully it is the right length. Alright, so the I got it, you know, fastened into the everything fastened in except for here I gotta figure out something to fasten it to these bars. It needs to kind of hover above them about 3/4 of an inch or so. But right now it's really bad towed in on both sides, so then this right here is screwed all the way on. So that gives me my adjustment. It worked out perfect. So I gotta figure out some way to fasten it down, and yeah, then we can start going up that way. Got some little brackets made to hold the rack and pinion, and pretty much they'll just wrap around it, and then this will get welded to these bars. And this right here, the steering shaft slips through, and then this will get welded to the dash. And I also made a little riser, but you know, to bring it back from the dash, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Might actually use it for a stabilizer, you know, on down the shaft, you know, so that it has 2 points, so it's, you know, stabilizes it. But alright, we'll get the brackets on there. Alright guys, I got all the steering stuff in there and it looks great, it works great. You know, it's all fastened in there, get the steering wheel in, it's even straight, steering wheel's even set up so it's straight. But, and probably some of you guys already noticed, it plays around with this stuff, it steers backwards. And the thing of it is, every time I've like worked on the Rhino, and I even thought about doing like four-wheeler type steering with like or a go-kart, you know, given that I put the arms of the on the outside, that I was going to have to put the arm, you know, say if I put conventional four-wheeler steering in it, the arm will have to be on the bottom, you know, for it to steer right. And you can see here, turn this way and it turns that way. It's backwards. I ran across another video where a guy did this. And it's just like, you're sitting there watching the video and it's like, man, I would have thought that out. And it's like, I have before, but this time I just was not. I just stuck it in there and went with it, and it's completely wrong. So, solutions. Well, one would be to take off the spindles, switch them side to side, and then lower the rack and pinion to the other side, and then that would fix it. But the problem is I have frame materials and stuff in the way that I wouldn't be able to put the rack over here. Another solution would be to tear the whole thing out and go with the, you know, 2 tie rod, you know, a really long one over to here and here, and put like four-wheeler type steering in it. And the easiest solution would be to take this rack and pinion out and flip it side to side and make it so that we drive on the right side like the rest of the world does, but that'd just be kind of weird. So I'm going to cut this video off here so I can kind of chew on it for a while. But damn, it sucks. Oh man, I even welded that bracket in there like all the way across instead of just tacking it like I have been building the whole thing. Give me a lot of grinding on there. Man, well, I guess I'll catch you guys later.